At a time when tensions in the Middle East were at their highest, when global oil routes were under threat, and when even major powers were struggling to respond, 2 Indian ships quietly passed through one of the most dangerous choke points in the world. The question is, how did India manage to do that? To understand this, we need to look at the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow waterway connects the Persian Gulf to the open ocean, and it's one of the most important trade routes on Earth. Around 20% of the world's oil supply passes through this single corridor. So when tensions between Iran, Israel, and the United States escalated, the risk was clear. If this route shuts down, the global economy feels it immediately, and that's exactly what began to happen. Ships were delayed, routes became uncertain, and global energy markets started reacting. But in the middle of this crisis, India had something most countries didn't: trust on both sides. India maintains strong relations with the United States, Israel, and also Iran. Unlike many Western nations, India is not seen as a direct adversary by Iran. This neutral positioning allows India to operate in situations where others cannot. In fact, Iran made it clear that ships from non-hostile countries could pass, and India fell into that category. This is part of India's broader strategy, not choosing sides, but staying connected to all. But neutrality alone wasn't enough. India didn't rely on military escorts or aggressive tactics. Instead, it chose diplomacy. Indian officials engaged in direct talks with Iran to ensure safe passage for its ships. And it worked. While some countries considered military options, India focused on communication. This approach reduced risk, avoided escalation, and secured results. It's a clear example of a strategy often overlooked in global conflicts: talking instead of escalating. There was also a strong economic reason behind India's urgency. India imports a large portion of its energy, especially from the Gulf region. Oil, gas, and LPG shipments are critical for industry, transportation, daily consumption. When shipments were disrupted, it wasn't just a geopolitical issue, it was an economic one. That's why India prioritized getting its LPG tankers through first, ensuring essential supplies reached the country. But there's one more layer to this story. India didn't just rely on policy, it also built goodwill. From maintaining stable relations to cooperating during crises, India has consistently positioned itself as a reliable partner. At the same time, it follows a strategy known as multi-alignment. That means working with the US, engaging with Iran, maintaining ties with global powers. This balance allows India to stay flexible and act when others are restricted. India's success in navigating the Strait of Hormuz wasn't an accident. It was the result of neutral foreign policy, direct diplomacy, economic urgency, and long-term strategic positioning. In a world where conflicts are becoming more complex, this approach highlights something important. Sometimes power isn't about force, it's about balance, trust, and timing. And in this case, India used all three to navigate one of the most dangerous situations in global trade.